So what should a runner wear when it's cold out? Hey, I'm physical therapist Dr. Trent Corey, and today I just want to talk about when it's in the winter time and you need to get out and run and move a little bit. You know, maybe it's not like a foot of snow, but today is a nice day. But you want to get out and move around, and you don't want to overheat as well. So what do? Well, you know, this comes down to a big preference of a lot of people, but really you want to make sure that you have the freedom of movement and that you're able to be safe, okay? So if you are in the Midwest, like I'm from Iowa, and you know, it gets to 20 below with the wind chill and maybe even colder than that, well, then you got to do some different things. You gotta make sure you really layer up and that you have moisture wicking materials that, you know, you don't get cotton in, you know, cotton that creates wetness on your skin, and then you can really chill out, especially if you got the wind blowing, which is a big consideration as well with the extreme temperatures. You need to make sure that you plan your route accordingly. And you know, what I used to do is, you know, head out into the wind, even though it's really cold to start, maybe dress a little warmer, but then go straight into the wind on the way out. So you just deal with it now, and then you don't accumulate sweat. And then on the way back, you have the benefits of, you know, all the benefits of your work. You come back into with the wind, and it feels great. And you know, you have that wind pushing you, and it's not cold at all. So, and then you can build up your sweat at the end, and then you're done with your run, right? So that's a good way to do it. But for most people, you know, like I'm in the Northwest, and that's, you know, usually in the 30s and 40s all winter. Well, from that, I'm still probably wearing shorts all winter long. Unless it's like really cold, like a cold morning might be in the 20s. So I might put on a pair of running pants or, you know, sweats or whatever, but not usually. So not really that necessary for me. I think it depends on if you have any maybe injury concerns that you want to make sure you're a little more thoroughly warmed up. That just might mean just start your run a little slower, or maybe just do a brisk walk, or just maybe even do some housework around the house. That's kind of sometimes what I do. I just move around and go upstairs, get some laundry done, and, you know, just moving around inside the house, maybe just doing a few jumping jacks or pretend that I'm jumping rope, or something to kind of get my tendons and everything loose and moving and getting ready and loose to prepare for that run when you hit that cold. And so just being out there and running, making sure that that's a slower progression, especially as I've gotten older, you know, making sure that those tendons and those joints are loose and ready to go, that I just don't go straight into the cold and into a run that, you know, goes at my normal pace. So just kind of keep those things in mind, that you just get your body loose and warmed up and ready. And then, you know, when you get out there, you know, like I said, if it's in 30s and 40s that wear shorts, it's up to you. But also in general, I see people wearing, this is what my wife will do as well. She'll be wearing clothes that you're really bundling up. And the thing is, like, you'll start sweating within like a mile, and then you get extra uncomfortable, and you can totally peel. But if you peel off that and you're all sweaty, then you can actually get cold again, then you're back and forth and back and forth. So typically what I tell people, hey, go for like 10 to 15 degrees. Pretend that, you know, you step out the door and you pretend that it's actually 10 to 15 degrees hotter. And, you know, obviously that means you'd be wearing less clothes. So it's kind of a general rule of thumb, but it's been a very helpful clue for me to kind of feel like that gives me the, you know, the basic guideline where I'll feel a little chilly, right? I'll feel a tiny little chilly when I get out the door, but, you know, within a mile, I'm already starting to feel, you know, my sweat coming in a little bit. So, and, you know, and it's just a preference. You know, sometimes I know I'm going to be a little hot coming in to that second mile or so, and then I'm ready to peel, and that's totally up to you as well. So I just think, you know, having those options as well. You don't want to dress too cold and then be feeling like, you know, darn it, you can't go get that layer again. So sometimes it's just better to have the thing to wear and then peel it later. So all up to you. Make sure your body parts stay warm. Do a good thorough warm up in the morning or whenever before you start your run, and that will kind of help you prime your body so you stay healthy when you get out there running. And that's the main thing, is we're doing this for health mostly. I do it for well-being of my mental and spiritual mind as well. You know, just keep those tips in mind, and that will kind of keep you healthy and happy for a long time. And anyway, this is Dr. Trent Corey. I have a webinar called Outrun Knee Pain. If you have any knee pain or issues, take a look at it. I have also a special program that can be mostly self-paced, and I also do group coaching with that as well. So if you have any concerns with that, I'd be glad to help you or just be able to get on the call with you anytime. So anyway, this is Dr. Trent Corey, physical therapist, wishing you the best in your running. Take care.